Okay, I'm back again discussing punishments in the Exclusive Brethren, the cult that I was raised in. I felt like I had to do a part two because I realized the last video I had like this rant off in the middle of it. As is the human thought. I'm like telling a story, then I'm like, oh, there's something shiny. That's literally how I work. I don't know if you call it ADHD or just whatever, being human. That's me. I'll learn it. So this question was, what types of punishments were there? And I had got up to the point where, like, if you do something wrong, like, and continually, or there's kind of grades or levels of what you do wrong. Like, so my grandpa explained, he said something that was out of line with the leader. Now, because he's more responsible and older, him saying that would have more influence. So therefore he has to be marked, or they call it marking the position, that he has to be, made an example of publicly. So he was, publicly humiliated. That's a punishment in itself because, well, your family might be up here in the status quo and then they're bam, down there because, well, he's been kicked out, and then there's scandal around it and gossip because the brethren love gossip. And so, people do cheat on others. But things like cheating, or like when I had sex the first time and confessed that at 19, and that I never brought that up in a church. That was never brought up in the church meeting, and I never had to pick up the mic, which is what happens. And you have to apologize and take ownership. And they will usually give a scripture, like, I don't know, like if it's adultery, there's a certain scripture. If it's, bestiality, it's not that that has happened that I know of, but you never be too sure. Or like if it's, there's certain scriptures for certain things. Usually it's adultery. Usually it's for if you go broke, that's righteousness or something like that. So there's a scripture for that. So you're punished, but most of it is just a bunch of bullies trying to make other people afraid and feel less than. And it's their way of getting validation by punishing others. So, people have had it out for my grandpa for so long, and the person that, dobbed him in, their family have had this feud with my family because, just a lot of history and I think jealousy, to be honest. But, so that's one of the punishments, but they usually like kicked out for 3 months and then brought back in. And then you get priestly visits and, they make you feel like shit. And then when they think you're humbled or smitten enough, they'll bring you back. But if you continually do it, or you're really wrong or against the system or the leader, they'll kick you out for good. Like me, banished. Except I ran away. I didn't get kicked